Someone asked me the question, how do you lose belly fat? How do you get this spare tire off of yourself? Let me say this. Your body is one whole, one mass. You cannot spot reduce any aspect of your body externally. In other words, you cannot lose belly fat no more than you can lose uh, fat in your arms, fat in your thighs, fat in your face, independent. Since your body is whole, you lose weight all over. Now, there's going to be a difference in appearance um, cosmetically looking at an individual, viewing a face versus a chest and a stomach and a midriff, if you will, and thighs and buttocks area, for example, because those are all different parts of your body. And you're going to notice more weight loss in some areas because of the nature of that particular part of your body. I hope that wasn't too complex. So, now, it's like when you drink water. Do you think water only enters your mouth and ends up in your stomach and that's the end of it? Water is dispersed throughout your entire cellular structure, which is all of your body. All of your body is hydrated when you drink water, not just your hands, not just your head, face, not just your legs, not just your chest or stomach. All of your body is hydrated. When you eat food for nutrition, all of your body receives all of the benefits of the food, all over, internal organs included. So don't ever believe that there's one particular exercise that's going to cause you to lose weight in one part of your body, especially your stomach. So, back to the question, how do you lose belly fat? You lose belly fat by losing weight all over your body. And in order to do that, when you are overweight, you have excess weight, it begins with the same thing that caused the issue in the first place, and that is your diet. Diet does not necessarily mean a routine that you go on to make sure that you lose weight. I'm not talking about Slim Fast diet and Weight Watchers and California diet and Dr. Atkins diet. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what your normal routine of eating is. That is your diet. It's the things that you eat on a regular basis. That is what contributes to weight gain and weight loss. In addition to that, proper exercise. In addition to that, staying hydrated, drinking water. And in addition to that, getting plenty of sleep. While I'm on this subject, the four key elements to good health are a proper balanced diet. What's a proper balanced diet, brother teacher? It is a diet that consists of your proteins, your carbohydrates, your fats, and your minerals and your vitamins and so forth. Proper nutrition. Now, also in that proper diet, you want to have hydration. You want to have adequate water, sufficient water, not a cup or two a day, or not trying to replace natural fresh water with a soda pop or a sweetened beverage or coffee or tea or hot chocolate. That's not the same. Those things are just additional items that you enjoy indulging in. You want to have fresh water. Also, exercise. Exercise doesn't have to be indicative of something that's on the level of you trying to be a triathlon. athlete, uh, a pole vaulter or a track star, or a basketball phenomenon. We're not talking about those types of exercises unless those are particular fields of endeavor that you enjoy. We're talking about the average, everyday Joe and Jane exercise. Now, we make this subject of exercise so complex when it should not be. There are people who are so quickly discouraged by getting gym memberships, fitness center memberships, and trying to beat themselves to death to lose weight by exercising. You got it all wrong, ladies and gentlemen. There's a synthesis here. You have to have proper diet, proper hydration, water. You have to have exercise, and you have to have sleep. Those four things. If you want to lose weight, maintain your weight, and be healthy and live longer. That's really it. So now, I talked to you about water. You want fresh water. Now, if you want to drink other beverages, that's fine, but make sure that you get adequate amounts of fresh water. Also, your food should consist of those things that I mentioned earlier: protein, carbohydrates, fats, and so forth. You want to have those types of food. Also, you want to have exercise. Exercise means that other than just walking across the street to the neighbor's house saying hello, walking down to the basement or up from the basement doing laundry, things of that nature. That's not true exercise. Those are everyday activities. You want something that's going to cause this thing called a heart to start beating rapidly so that you can get that metabolism going and start burning calories. That type of exercises. You want to break a sweat, especially if you are overweight. Now, before you start any exercise program, if you want to call it a program, please consult with your physician if you already have some form of a pre-existing condition or health issue or problem. Do that first. Now, your doctor shouldn't have a problem with you exercising, because one of the key reasons people are in poor health is because they don't have proper diets and they don't exercise. They live a sedentary type of lifestyle. They're chilling, relaxing, not doing anything. And before you know it, you'll be an old man or an old woman in poor health because you don't exercise this living organism. It's living. So you must have life in it. And that life is indicative of your diet, your drinking the proper adequate amount of water, you're exercising, and you're getting proper sleep so that you always have that appearance of being healthy even in your mid to upper age. Okay, so now back to the belly, getting the belly off. If you reduce or eliminate the processed foods, if God created the food, then it's real. If man created the food, stands to reason, right? It's not real. Put that in your body, which is like your body. It must be living. If it grows from the earth and it's food, then it goes in here. Use your discretion as to what's proper food in that regard as well. If it's created in a laboratory or in a factory with all types of additives and chemicals and genetically modified things or organisms, chances are it's going to cause some health issues down the road, some inflammation, followed by some health issues. And it's going to limit your every ordinary activities at some point in time, because it's going to slow you down, cause you to be sluggish, make you constipated, cause circulatory, respiratory issues, clogging of arteries, You're going to have all types of things that's going to come down the pike that's going to haunt you from a health standpoint. So eat real food, in other words, and get rid of the junk food, the processed sugars and flours, and the cakes, donuts, candies, and all of these types of things. Now I can say do it in moderation, but most of you don't know what moderation is. You don't have self-control. Or I'll just break my diet just today. Next thing you know, it's tomorrow too. It's in the next 2 days. Or it's a substantial amount of junk that you're eating. You don't know when to quit. And before you realize it, you're back into that doldrum again of eating poorly, eating junk food. And junk food is really going to be your diet as opposed to real food. That's the way it goes. Now, excuse my hesitation on the belly fat again. Losing the belly. Did you not know that the more lean muscle that you have on your body, the faster your metabolism is, and you burn more calories? Now, I gave you the so-called secret to good health and the weight loss secret at the same time. Those 4 elements. Diet. Limit the amount of calories that you put in your body. I would say for the average size male and female, somewhere around 2,000 calories. This is what I've been taught most of the years. I've been in fitness, martial arts, and so forth. Around 2,000 calories. Stick to that. You don't have to have a second helping around the holidays. You don't have to have a second helping of breakfast, a second helping of dinner, and eat 15 times throughout the day all these types of sweet snacks and so forth, and pastas and potions and so forth. You don't need to have all of the extra stuff, because of what you're doing, what you're asking for is extra weight, and you're going to have it, especially if you are not burning the calories, because it's going to be stored as fat on your body when you don't burn those calories. So now, that's one, the diet, right? Water. Water is essential for life. We can't go longer than 3 or 4 days without water, or we will die. Our organs will malfunction, stop functioning, slow down, and then ultimately we're going to die as a result of dehydration. So you must have water, because 75% of our bodies is water, down to the cellular level. Now, if water occupies the majority of our body, don't you think it's necessary to have it so it can move your blood, keep your system going, your lymphatic system, when you get up and start exercising? I'm going to crescendo into the exercising now. Number 3, exercising. You gotta exercise, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta get up and move. You have to get up and move. If you don't exercise something that's alive, guess what? That something that's alive is going to die, and that something is you. You must exercise. When you look at cats and dogs domestically, even though they're in your home most of the time, birds and so forth, aren't they moving? Aren't they running? Aren't they constantly walking, jumping, and what have you? If you look outside your door in the springtime, summertime, you see squirrels. You might see a raccoon or two or what have you, but you see life. You see birds flying around. Animals are moving. So what's wrong with this animal called a human being? We need to move. We need to break a sweat. You need to pick at least 3 days out of the week for about 45 minutes to an hour and have quality exercise and burn those calories, and stop consuming the junk food at the same time. You can't have them both. You really can't. And finally, number 4, if you want your belly fat to go away, you got to be patient too, especially if you're obese. You have to be patient and take your time, and don't be frustrated and disappointed that you're not losing weight fast enough. And stop getting on the scale every day. I have to throw that in there too, because you're going to get discouraged and go back to the same habit, because you're going to think that it's hopeless and you can't do it. So now, rest, sleep. Your body must repair itself. It must. One of the most neglected aspects of our health is that the fact that we don't sleep when we're supposed to, and as long as we are supposed to. It's a healing process. It is a reparation process. Sleep. What do you think you sleep for? just simply because you have this feeling, I'm tired, I'm gonna close my eyes and go to sleep and get back up. You have to spiritually think about what sleep is about. It's a spiritual thing. You are alive. You're consciously aware of the world in which you live. If you want to function at your optimum, the first three things I mentioned, your diet, your hydration, and your exercise. Now the fourth thing is repairing yourself. Your body repairing itself after its day's labor. Me sitting here talking to you right now is my body working. As long as my eyes are open and blinking, that's work. That's energy being used, right? I'm thinking, I'm articulating to you. That's energy, my body's using that. I'm using gestures with my hands and so forth. That's energy. When I eat or drink something while I'm sitting here, or if I get up and walk around, that's energy. So when you go to sleep, you lay down and your body says, boom, it's going to go into a certain state where it begins to repair itself from all of those activities. It has to happen every day. And if it doesn't happen, you're going to cause a stress to your organism, which is you. Your heart, your lungs, your liver, everything is going to suffer because you're not getting sleep. Your organs have to rebuild. Your cells must be rebuilt. Your body's tissues have to be replenished, and the old cells have to die. You have to reproduce billions and billions of new cells every single day. And that is only accomplished through sleep. That's a fact. Not 1 or 2 hours, not 3 or 4 hours. You might do that for a while, but eventually it's going to catch up to you. Okay, I hope that this was beneficial to you, this video. I just want to conclude by saying this as I began talking about belly fat. If you do the things that I just told you, then you will see your body losing weight all over. But as I cautioned you earlier, make sure that you take your time. Don't be discouraged if you don't see the pounds dropping off right away, because you didn't gain them right away. You gained them over time, and you're only going to lose them the same way, through diligence. All right? Stay healthy, stay prayerful, stay consistent. This is Brother Teacher. If you have any questions about this particular subject or any other subject that you would like me to address, let me know. Comment section below. So long.